With patients first gracing the small screen at hundreds of pounds over their ideal weight, their emotional and inspirational journeys to embracing healthier bodies have fans coming back season after season. But just which lifers have made the biggest transformations? These are the reality stars from My 600-Pound Life who have done a complete 180. Angel Parrish. When she first appeared on the show, Angel Parrish weighed 570 pounds and was relying on her boyfriend Donnie for everyday needs.
I am a human being, and I used to feel beautiful.
She said that her eating habits had been triggered by the trauma of placing a baby for adoption when she was 14, and things worsened when she later experienced postpartum depression after giving birth to her son Andrew. Donnie said,
Angel just stopped getting out the bed. She just stopped living.
Donnie threatened to leave her and take Andrew with him if Angel didn't get help. So she did. Parrish rebounded in a big way by losing over 150 pounds and then undergoing weight loss surgery with Dr. Now. Angel ultimately dropped over 300 pounds.
How you feel after losing all that weight?
I feel wonderful.
Chuck Turner.
I'm tired and I'm wore out. I'd rather be a dead man than have to live like this the rest of my life.
Chuck Turner weighed in at 693 pounds when he first appeared on the show, claiming that he started gaining weight after his first wife was murdered. He eventually married his second wife, Nisa, and they adopted a son together. But his marriage became strained when his size prevented him from helping out around the house.
We don't have an intimate relationship. Our marriage is much more caregiver, patient.
Luckily, Turner was able to have weight loss surgery with Dr. Now, and he ended up losing 433 pounds. He and Nisa eventually split, but according to In Touch, Turner's looking for love again. Zsalynn Whitworth. On her episode of the show, Zsalynn Whitworth described flying around the world to party with men who enjoyed large women.
I felt like Miss America. I decided, whatever size I am, I'm just gonna be this size.
But by the time her weight topped 600 pounds, it wasn't so fun anymore. Now a mother, she found it hard to move and spent up to 8 hours a day watching TV. Fortunately, just a year after embarking on a journey with Dr. Now, she had lost 247 pounds. But according to the Daily Mail, her husband Gareth, who liked larger ladies, continued to encourage her to eat unhealthy foods and gain weight.
What the hell's that crap?
Tuna and avocado.
Luckily, Whitworth finally prioritized her health and got a divorce.
He didn't want me to lose the weight, and I didn't deserve to feel bad about choosing my health.
Laura Perez. Every story on the show is heartbreaking, but when Laura Perez revealed her history, it made for particularly difficult viewing. At 5 years old, an older cousin began abusing her, and food became her comfort.
I never told my parents anything, so the molestation went on for years.
When viewers were introduced to Perez in Season 3, she weighed over 590 pounds.
She's physically in one of the worst shape I've seen.
Perez shed an amazing 412 pounds, but her new figure caused problems for her marriage.
Joey and me seem to be fighting more than ever, and I want to keep becoming more independent and get a job and have a career. He doesn't want me to do that.
In April 2018, a man named Eric Juarez revealed via Facebook that Perez had left Joey for him. June McCamey. When fans first met 585-pound June McCamey, her longtime partner Sadie was buying fast food for her, sometimes making up to 3 trips a day in order to avoid conflict.
She acts like an addict, and her fix is food.
McCamey was well aware that she'd become a burden on her girlfriend, admitting that she felt like a prisoner in her own home.
My world is confined. I feel like I'm going from a bed coffin to a chair coffin.
McCamey had steadily gained weight through 4 pregnancies and let herself go altogether after the tragic death of her 17-year-old son, Mac. By the time she agreed to meet with Dr. Now, she didn't have much time.
I am very concerned about your health right now. If I send you home, maybe last time I see you.
But after going under the knife, McCamey was able to start losing weight, and by 2018, she dropped more than 200 pounds.
Since I started my weight loss journey, I've lost over 200 pounds.
And I've seen a lot of positive change in my life because of that.
Nicole Lewis. While she was just 23 when she appeared on the show, Nicole Lewis already weighed in at 684 pounds. She couldn't fit through her bathroom door, which meant her boyfriend had to wash her on the back porch.
I can't take care of my kids, but there's nothing I can do about it right now.
She has 2 kids with longtime partner Charlie, who also loves food, and the two would bond over grocery shopping dates.
One thing that brings us together is our love of
food, but chips, most definitely. We're chip
yeah.
connoisseurs.
Oh, yeah.
But according to her story, when her parents became addicted to cocaine when she was a child, Lewis would soothe herself with food, hitting 400 pounds by age 16.
And I would go in my room and eat and lay on my bed and just cry for hours till I fell asleep.
Recent reports suggest that Lewis finally has her weight under control. She was initially said to have shed 200 pounds, but Starcasm reports it's much more than that based on her appearance. Regardless of the exact digits, Lewis is kicking butt and documenting her amazing progress on her Facebook page.